everything. Hey guys, welcome back to The Struggle with Candice Thompson. I am Candice Thompson, and this podcast is normally just called The Struggle. However, now that everyone's struggle is exactly the same, we're doing a quarantine file. So we're talking to all my friends about how they're coping, what they're learning, and any positive things, because we're not here to make anyone feel worse about the situation. So we're here to make you laugh. If you are coming back as a loyal listener and viewer, thank you so much to all my followers and fans. To new people, thank you for joining. You can follow us and subscribe on all podcast platforms. We're available there. Also on YouTube, you can subscribe there and rate and review us on iTunes. And last but not least, if you haven't told somebody about The Struggle and you are listening to this regularly, pay it forward and tell someone about it. Now, you can follow me on social media, Jokes by Candice. Go to my website, CandiceThompsonComedy.com, for my shows that don't exist anymore. And last but not least, I'm going to introduce my hilarious guest for the day, comedian, actor, Sherry Cola.
What it do? Day 42. You know what I mean? First of all, what an intro. The charisma coming out your pores.
I didn't want to say it myself. I don't want to brag.
Yo, give me that virtual hair flip. Thanks for having me, boo. Quarantine, yo.
Thanks for coming. Where can people find you, Sherry, on social media, website? Plug everything you want to plug.
Website, that's hilarious. I'm still on MySpace. Low-key, the last member of MySpace. Tom and I, low-key, had an affair, and I own half of the company. I own half of the company. I Instagram, Twitter, Sherry Cola. Just look it up. You know what I mean? There's no E in Sherry Cola because that was taken by some old white lady in Arkansas.
Sounds about right.
And she's low-key active, so I couldn't take it from her. You know what I mean? So
active. What is she doing that anyone cares about out there?
So she's private, but and she doesn't have extra posts. She doesn't post new shit, but I guess maybe she likes stuff. I don't know. It's a whole thing. The lawsuit is still pending, y'all.
I guess regular people deserve to have Instagram accounts.
Right. So it's Sherry Cola without the E everywhere. So
yeah, you're like Sherry Cola. How, right? Isn't that?
Yeah. It's a nickname that kind of just got carried away. You know what I mean? I'm way too deep now to turn back. Sherry Cola rhymes with areola, you know what I mean? Just keeping it real frisky. Bars. But yeah, it was just kind of a nickname. My actual government last name, exclusive info,
yes,
DJ
please.
Clue, AOL's first listen, is XU. So it's pronounced shoe. And, I went back and forth a lot about it because I'm like, okay, I'm really proud of being Asian.
Yeah.
It is Asian Pacific Heritage American Month, Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. It's a tongue twister.
That's what May is?
That's what May is.
Oh,
yeah, look at me. Look at this. Phenomenally Asian.
That's right.
I'm gonna wear the shirt every single day in May. So I'm not even gonna shower, I just want to smell my full Asianness. You know what I mean? Just take me right back to Shanghai, with the street food. So yeah, it was just a nickname. The point is I'm really proud of being Asian, so I kind of, went back and forth should I use a stage name? You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Really, for the last 10 years, people just have been calling me Sherry Cola, so it just felt like me, and it's catchy, it's bubbly, it's you know what I mean, it's sweet, you want to take a sip when you see it. Yeah,
I like it. It's quenching my thirst right now.
Hey.
Also, cherry Coke, I'm not a huge soda person, but when I was younger, cherry Coke was my jam. So
it's so good.
It's delicious. I think it kind of got, I don't know what's happening for it right now, but I think people sleep on it currently. I think other sodas have, maybe taken more of the limelight, maybe because it's been around so long, but I don't know. But I always thought I fucks with it.
People are sleeping on Cherry Coke for sure. Like Cherry Coke is the Vic Mensa of sodas. You know what I mean? Like you gotta.
I love Big Mensa.
But stop sleeping on them. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. First of all, it's diabetes in a can. We know that. We know that.
Sure.
That's why, like, my teeth start feeling like chalk, but it's so delicious.
I can't help myself. Sometimes I'll just,
Right.
I don't do it often, but like I said, I'll indulge every once in a while. But the thing that really got me off of soda was when I saw, it may probably on YouTube or BuzzFeed or some shit, when I saw that you can clean your toilet with soda. Like, you can use it and it'll get the stains out of your toilet bowl. And I was like,
huh. Low-key, that could come in handy in quarantine. You know what I mean? Because I'm running out of supplies.
No, for sure. All the cleaning shit is gone. So now we have to resort to using the foods that we ingest to clean our houses.
Wow.
Vinegar is actually really good at that too. Vinegar, like, I don't know about toilets, but like for a non-toxic way to clean your house, apple cider vinegar with like some water, and you can use it to clean countertops and stuff like that.
So in the world right now, we're supposed to drink Lysol and use Coca-Cola as a cleaning product. Okay, so we're just flipping the rules. Remix.
That is the remix. Well, I did really want quickly. You're on a show called Good Trouble, right?
Yes.
You're an actress, and it's on the Freeform network, correct?
It's on the Freeform network, but you can catch season 1 and 2 on Hulu right now. So you got to binge. Hulu is popping.
Hulu's fantastic.
I mean, I think, it's the place to be.
Yeah, I feel like Netflix gets all the shine. I feel like everyone's always talking about Netflix this, and I will say that I think they have better documentaries on Netflix. Like,
sure.
Hulu didn't give us Tiger King, right? Hulu.
I mean, but Hulu came through with the Fire Fest doc.
They did, and that one was actually better than the Netflix one.
Right, because they had the guy who started it in it, and the other one didn't.
What's his name? Billy McFarland. Yes.
Right. Oh wow, you remembered his name. I forgot his name.
Sherry, I have a list of sociopaths in my head that I just have a list of sociopaths that I'm very fascinated by, and he is definitely at the top of my list.
All right, kill, fuck, marry. I'm just playing.
Yes.
The sociopaths. Wait. Ted Bundy. I don't even know names of anyone except for him.
Well, all you had to do was name 3 comedians.
Hilarious.
I'm not gonna do that, but we know. I mean, there's so many in entertainment. There's so many. But Joe Exotic from Tiger King is for sure a
100%. No, tell me why. We've had this tapestry of Carol Baskin in our apartment for months. We didn't know. No, legit. So we've had this for months, maybe even years. And one day we're watching Tiger King. No, that's not her. I'm saying it just hella looks like her. So this is a tarot. Yeah. No, this is a tarot card of Leo, the zodiac. So we're watching Tiger King and we look up and we're like, yo, what with the flower crown and the lion? Tripping out. She's been haunting my sleep.
Legit looks like a shrine to Carol Baskin.
Can you believe? I have to murder my husband now. That I have no choice but to murder my husband in quarantine.
Oh, Carol Baskin. You can blame everything on her, that crazy bitch. But no, there's something about, for some reason, in that documentary, which I had never thought about before. But you know, like there's certain behaviors that you attribute to someone being a sociopath, obviously, like killing people and just using people and disposing of them. But I had no idea that people who owned large tigers, like if you have a big cat thing, that is more than, because all those people were batshit crazy.
Right.
There's Doc Antle, all of those people. Like to me, if I ever meet a guy that has a large cat, I'm going to be like, red flag.
Bye-bye.
Red flag.
Oh my goodness. Actually, that's true. Like, I can't believe we've learned so much in quarantine, you know?
What would you say, have you learned anything about yourself since we've been doing this, hopefully, in quarantine?
apparently I'm a master chef. You already know. Like I'm not kidding. Like my parents own a restaurant. Okay.
Oh, they do?
My parents have a Chinese restaurant in the San Gabriel Valley, and they've had it for like 20 years. Shout out to them.
That's dope. I didn't know this.
Yeah, and ironically, I don't know how to cook. So quarantine has forced me to just like push it together. And low key, I'm a high level 5-star fusion ass bitch. Cause where in LA can you get pepperoni fried rice? You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
Where in LA can you find such a delicacy?
I love how you're just becoming an innovator now in cuisine.
That's what I'm saying. I'm coming for Guy Fieri's crown.
I feel like in quarantine, like it has forced us to just become more creative, but in ways where it's like, yeah, like you remember how in college when, did you even go to college? I don't even know.
I did go to college. Where'd you go?
I went in Ohio, Miami University in Oxford, Ohio.
Okay, I went to Cal State Fullerton, keeping it real SoCal.
Okay.
Yeah, OC up in his bed.
Repping.
No, I'm kidding. I don't. No, not even. First of all, I was there for 7 years because I break stereotypes. And legit, like I got kicked out at a point and had to like. It was a lot. I've put my mother through a lot.
How do you get kicked out out of college?
I just never got good grades. I got like F's, like,
oh shit.
It was bad. And I was partying, all that stuff. But then I got my shit together, and here I am. You
are using all of that education.
Yeah. But a bitch has a degree. Don't forget.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Can we talk about plan B in case plan A?
You feel me? I mean, wait, what's your major in?
I was a science major, so I studied nutrition. I was a dietetics major, so health and nutrition and all that has always been something I've been very passionate about. Yeah.
Okay, bitch. This explains a lot because you're fit AF.
I mean, I here's the thing is that I used to not be. I fluctuated even while I was even after college. I fluctuated because they don't tell us the truth like in life, like in the media about like health. They don't tell us the real like. There's so much drunk and crap that we ingest that we don't even realize because they market it so, like cherry cola. Like, I want to drink that because the commercial makes it look so amazing, but they don't tell you all the stuff that it does. So like for a long time, before I even went to college, which is why I wanted to study nutrition, is because I weighed more. Like when I was younger, I was probably 30 pounds heavier than what I am right now. And I'm 5'4". I'm not a tall person. Shit. Right.
Oh, same. 5'4".
Yeah, I'm not tall. So it's like when you gain 5 pounds on a petite person, like it shows up everywhere, right? So someone else could gain 30 pounds and it's not a big deal. But I just didn't know how to eat properly. So I was like, let me learn. And even after learning, it's still hard to like the discipline of it and applying it. But even then, I still wasn't eating healthily. I was still eating junk food and stuff. I didn't start to eat really healthy until like I'm vegan now. So I didn't start eating healthy until like a little over a year ago.
Well, shit, congrats, boo. I mean, respect. You know what I mean? Because I'm the opposite. I'm definitely gaining that 30 pounds in quarantine, and it goes straight to my tits.
You lucky bitch. My shit goes straight to my stomach and in my face.
No, legit. The chin and tits. Like my nipples are down to my knees right now. You know what I mean? Because it's weighing me down. Gravity is weighing me down.
Well, some people are into that though. You know what I'm saying? Whose nipples drag on the floor?
Right. Rug burn. Love me some rug burn. I just want to feel something. You know what I mean? And it never goes to my ass, which is such a bummer. Like, I know like Asians are known for not having big booties. Yeah. But shout out to the Asian girls out there who do have like a little something.
There has to be some.
I know a few. Yeah. I know a few. My best friend Christine, growing up, like she had the biggest booty on the block, and she was Vietnamese. So next to her, I would look like a damn, popsicle stick. You know what I mean? Like, I look like a little Humpty Dumpty, but yeah, it never goes to my ass.
Yeah, no.
I got nothing.
Mine kind of goes, but in a very like a deceitful way. Like it
Right.
looks like it's part of my ass, but it's more so just my outer thigh, like my hips.
Right.
But it
Right.
doesn't
Right.
fall in the to make it, that the smiley face
Right. Right.
like that. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do naturally have that, but it is
Right.
a smaller, like it's a smaller little smiley face. I would like a happier ass smile. If you
Right.
yeah, one with a
I
big
got my ass has my smiley face is asleep. You know what I mean? Like it's to catching Z's. My love handles legit poke out more than my booty does, but it's fine. I'm not gonna show you right now, even though you're begging for it. Yeah, it doesn't help because I'm trying to seduce every Postmates delivery guy. You know what I mean? And girl.
just to feel something.
You know what I mean? They're looking better and better. You feel me?
Every delivery, I'm like, a little bit more comes off. Like
You
anybody,
feel me?
Chris,
I'm
my
about to
shirt's off.
I'm about to show up downstairs for my pineapple pizza in nothing but a mask. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tempted.
Did you really order a pineapple pizza?
You do you not fuck with pineapple pizza? Uh-oh.
I do not. Well, I don't even fucks with dairy anymore.
Right.
But what's funny is that I am gonna order a pizza tonight. I'm gonna order a pizza from a place that has the cauliflower crusts are really popular now.
Yes.
So there's a restaurant that just does the cauliflower crust, and they have a vegan option with fake cheese. So I'm gonna order that tonight. But yeah,
where's that?
it's called Cali Flour Pizza, I believe.
What side of town are you in?
I'm mid-city, so
okay, dope.
like La Brea, Wilshire area.
Ooh, yeah, love that area.
Where are you?
I'm in West Hollywood.
Oh, we're not far.
Yeah, we're not far at all. Yeah, but I do fuck with pineapple on my pizza, to be honest. Like sometimes when I make my own toppings, I'll go like pepperoni, pineapples, jalapeno, and mushroom, and maybe spinach. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's really nothing I don't eat though. You know what I mean? Like growing up Asian, you just kind of
everything in the pot.
Every flavor just to survive, pretty much quarantine. I've been training for this my whole life.
For sure. Well, tell me have you discovered any weird combination of food since you've been in quarantine? Or have you tried anything new that's just been like your go-to comfort thing since you've been here?
Well, always cup noodles, always, you know what I mean? But I like to add a little pizzazz, a little bit of hot Cheetos on top.
Hilarious.
Hot Cheetos on top. That's the move.
I mean, I think you can put hot Cheetos on anything and it'll just kick it up, take it up.
That's true. That's true. Back to it going straight to my tits. But definitely, I fried fish. I never cooked in my damn life. I had a fish fry. Like I was just like frying fish with like a pan full of oil. It got me a couple times. It's gonna.
That spatter, that fry, that
little bit of snap, crackle, pop of fireworks. But I was legit frying tilapia, like breaded, freaking the egg and the flour. I was doing it all. Look at me.
Bitch thinks she is.
No, I'm just trying to be a triple threat right now. I haven't quite nailed that J-Lo TikTok, but you know what I mean?
Are you on TikTok?
I'm not, but my roommate is, and low-key I participated a couple times, and it's interesting. It's cute. It's fun,
I joined just maybe 2 weeks ago, and I will say that yes, it is fun. It's actually better than what I thought. I've seen a couple of things. I was like, oh, that's actually very creative. So I see where people like can really have a fun time on it. My problem is that I haven't learned how to use it properly. You have like there's editing, music, like video editing that you have to. And I'm like, I just taught myself how to edit with some Adobe
That's
Premiere
what I'm saying.
Pro.
Who am I? Director X? Like, why I'm not making music videos?
We have to do everything now. We have to do everything. It's exhausting.
I mean, first of all, my question is, why can't they just do that on Instagram? You feel me?
No, that's a great question. I don't, maybe, because what did Instagram took something from another like Snapchat. They took Snapchat
stories, yeah.
Yes, and they started doing stories. And so I wonder if maybe they're currently working on a way to implement TikTok's technology into Instagram, or maybe they have a patent on it where they can't. I don't know.
Instagram like is out here being a backstabbing bitch, like low-key.
I mean,
like trust no one, right? Like that's so funny. Here's the thing about me and TikTok, like I feel like my only problem is that I have a lifelong feud with watermarks, and they legit have it just on the thing, and it drives me, you know, to death. You know, it drives me to death. You know, I think that's like, I'm such a weirdo when it comes to those things. You know what I mean?
No, I hate them too, but I think it is, to protect them from the
Instagram, to protect them from Mr. Z.
I'm gonna take this idea in a second.
Mr. Z.
Yeah.
It's so funny how like the technology though is really just saving us though. You know what I mean? Like Zoom. Who the hell heard of Zoom before quarantine?
Nope, everybody was Skyping or they were FaceTiming. Zoom, I feel like, was just something that office people knew about because they had these fucking conference calls every week. So like artists, we had no idea. I was like,
we had no idea. And like, look, a lot of actors, I mean, most actors, all actors are out of work right now. But I don't know what they're talking about because I'm a series regular on 7 Zooms. And so stupid.
Who's the casting director? Because I need this work.
I'm out here like, I can't believe how many Zooms I'm a part of. Like, how do you get out of a Zoom?
Oh, it's a good question. How to get out of anything? Like, I don't know any excuses anymore because literally no one's not doing anything. So it's like, you can't lie and be like, yeah, I'm not going to be home. Like, how do you get out of anything?
That's what I'm saying. It's like the old days.
All excuses.
Yeah, it's like the old days where like, I think girls used to say like, oh, they can't go out because they need to wash their hair.
Yes.
So I've been using that a lot, but like, cut to my IG stories, the bitch greasy as hell. So I can't, you know what I mean?
You can't lie because you're going to show your ass on another platform. It's like, wait a second. She said she wasn't available to Zoom, but then I just saw her tweeting and Instagramming.
Oh, goodness, I can't be a sneaky, flaky bitch anymore. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you had in-person hangs yet?
In like with
like 6 like 6 feet apart ones. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah, no, my manager and she actually might be, I think she's coming over tonight. We have a thing where we have a porch because we do a front stoop hang because I have a stoop on my front door, and then I live in a duplex. So there's a place right above me, but there's a stairs that lead up to it, and there's a little step that she can sit on, and it is like about 6 feet apart. So we're going to order our pizzas and then sit out there and eat them tonight.
Nice. Cute. Yeah. How cute are you?
It's adorable. And we talk shit about people. It's like we're literally sitting on our front porch gossiping like somebody's great aunt about people walking by.
Can I be a topic tonight? I'm going to walk by.
And
real slow.
Absolutely.
But low-key, low-key, the whole world is already talking shit about us Asians right now. But you know what I mean? We're gonna rise above it. know?
That is what I wanted to ask you. I was gonna ask you, have you personally felt any racism, specific corona racism directed at you, or is it more of just observing what's happening to Asians as a whole in general?
Definitely observing it really sucks, especially seeing things like the Mulan poster getting vandalized. You know what I mean? Like, that's supposed to be a celebration, and the fact that it's getting the opposite reaction, you know, little things like that. Like, we've worked so hard to finally earn our place in this damn country. Even if we're talking in Hollywood, you know what I mean? We've barely made progress in the last 2 years, you know, and no help from our leader. Like, we're taking steps back. And I'm just hoping that, you know, we can stick together, especially like, you know, like communities of color all around, you know, we have each other's backs.
Yeah.
And that's going to make us hopefully see better days, you know? But personally, I was at Soho House like a month before quarantine, maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I don't even know. I don't know what time is anymore. But I was in an elevator, and like these 4 white dudes come in. They're like maybe 40s, you know, and they had an accent actually, like British or something. But one of them was clearly the leader of the pack or some shit, because we said our hellos. And I have this thing where, like, because I'm an immigrant and there's been moments in my past where I felt foreign, you know what I mean? Like little things that happened when I was little, like people calling me Chino, you know what I mean? They don't even respect me enough to call me China, you know what I'm saying? Conjugate the gender. Anyway, or like I remember I had these neighbors when I was little, and they were super cool teenagers, and they flipped me off, and I didn't know what it meant. You know, like I was like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Because I just was in this whole new world.
Yeah.
And I mean, I came to this country when I was 4. So it's not like I was like, you know, I was still pretty young, and I could absorb and clearly like learn the English that I know today, even though it's kind of rusty. But the point is,
you killing it.
I'm out here. But the point is, like, in that scenario, it's so funny. I still have this feeling every single time, like a non-Asian person comes into an elevator. I feel like this need to prove that I feel like they think I probably don't know English or something. You know what I mean? So I go out of my way to, just how I live life, to break barriers and prove stereotypes wrong. Yeah. Like, you know, so anyway, the point is, I always like to just like be like, yeah, bitch, I know English. Like, you know what I mean? So we say our hellos. Like the white guy says, hey, or whatever. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he literally directly looks at me and says, do you have coronavirus? And I was like,
do you?
I was
like, do you, motherfucker?
Right. Here's the thing, Candice, in those situations, you know, you're so in shock. It's like now I could like pop off, but I'm like, in that moment, I was like,
of course.
Are you serious? I was like, are you serious? And then I think he might have said yeah or something, but it was a weird situation because there was another Asian guy next to me who I met 3 minutes before entering the elevator, you know? And then so he decided to say yes, like playing along. It was a lot. So then, but I was like, no, I'm still mad. I'm like, so I told him, I was like, just so you know, that's inappropriate. I should have said racist, but I was like, just so you know, that's inappropriate. He was like, why is that inappropriate? Like, I don't even know. And I just pretty much said, you need to apologize. Like, I need an apology from you. That's inappropriate. And he was like, okay, I'm sorry, whatever. And then this elevator ride felt like 25 minutes, by the way, because we're still in here. I'm in my thoughts. And then I say out loud, I don't know what to do right now besides expose you on Twitter. That's what I said out loud. And then he's like, and then he was like drunk and like,
of course, yeah,
British. I don't know. He was like, no, we don't use Twitter. We don't use Twitter. Like, I don't know what he said. So then the Asian guy next to me, because once again, this elevator is an hour long. Like, I don't know.
Of course.
I'm still in here. And he goes, did you ask us because we're Asian? And then he was like, no, we're asking everyone or whatever. It was a lot. And then it opened and I was just like, still kind of shook about it.
You should have coughed on your way out.
Something, right? I should have just grabbed him and kissed him. I should have just hopped on and straddled him like the Notebook.
Straddled him and be like, I don't have coronavirus, but I do have herpes. All right,
bye. Hilarious. Hey, that'll be a fun headline. Sherry Cola gives herpes to British racist tourist.
And nobody would care because he deserved it. Like,
hilarious.
But that is true. Like when you're, you know, first of all, I just had an idea for some shit to shoot for people of color. And now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't even say it because it's a really good idea. I'll say it when we're not recording.
Because I'll steal it.
Yeah, no. No, I want you to do it with me. I'll say it after we stop recording.
Okay.
But yeah, no, put a pin in that. Don't let me forget. But like even Chappelle, he said, I can't remember if it was, I think it was in one of his, I don't know if it was on his show, on his sketch show, or if it was on one of his comedy specials, but he was like, you ever hear something so racist that you just are you're in shock that you can't even respond the way you want to respond because you're just like, did this motherfucker just say this? And so I had some shit like that happen to me. Well, you know, because I'm such a light-skinned Black person, people don't know what I am in general. So white people be slipping up and saying some fuck shit all the time in front of me. And I'm just like, guess what? This one manager that I used to have at Sylvan Learning Center. I used to work at a Sylvan Learning Center when I first moved out to LA. It was my first job. And I was just like getting to know the area and getting to meet people. I wasn't in entertainment at all. I was just like getting acclimated and surviving. And she explained one time, I was one of the center managers, and we were having a manager meeting, and this woman was our direct supervisor. And our call center, which was located on the East Coast, was giving us a lot of wrong information. They were sending us via fax and via email, like submissions about inquiries that were a lot of typos, like incorrect like names, incorrect phone numbers, and it was, fucking up our flow in the center. And then our direct supervisor said, well, I found out why we're getting a lot of bad information from the call center is because most of the people that work there are African American.
And what'd you do?
Sherry, just like how you said, your body just kind of was like, what? Like I suppressed that moment so badly because I think I almost blacked out. Like I was still present, like my body, but I suppressed it so much that after the end of the meeting, which was about 45 minutes, another one of the managers who was Filipina, she came up to me and said, Candice, what the fuck was that? And I was like,
yeah.
What? And she was, that shit she said about Black people. I was like, oh my God. Like I suppressed it so much that I forgot she said it.
My goodness.
And then I was like, oh yeah. And then so I, of course, complained. I took it to home office and like complained. I don't know if she ever got fired or any reprimanded from it, but I did speak my piece. But that's the thing is like, the casual racism, the fact that that woman could stand in front of a diverse group, like I was diverse looking, like everyone in that room looked like there was Armenian, there's Asian, all types of people, and she still felt, and she was Mexican, by the way, felt that she could say this so comfortably in front of without even thinking about it. It's just like, how dare you? The nerve, the cockiness.
It's a lot. It's unfortunate. It's truly unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, yeah, those moments, like, it's just like, what? Like, what year is it? What year is it? You know what I mean? Like I remember one time, like, and this was probably in my early 20s. My friend and my big booty Vietnamese, me and my big booty Vietnamese friend Christine, we were in the car. I'm just like, I'm still in shock about this. We were in the car about to turn right, you know what I mean? And there was a car next to us about to go straight. So we were all stopped, right? And so we were looking back and forth and just to see if it's okay to go. And we turn and we see the car next to us. These two, I want to say they were white girls. Mm-hmm. We look at them and they're straight up doing this. The slanted eye thing. And I'm like, we were like, what? First of all, Christine's eyes were bigger than both of theirs. Like, Christine has these big, beautiful brown eyes. And I'm like, what? Literally. And so we ended up like, okay, so they were driving this like red Mustang, right? So we go to eat and we're just like unpacking what just happened. Because in that moment, we wanted to like, really, we want to get out the damn car and smash their window, but we're just so in shock. This was probably like 2011 or something, you know what I mean? So, so we then end up like going, like driving onto the street that they were driving on just to see if we could find them. I don't know. Yeah. So we ended up finding their car outside of a house. And we sat there. Okay, so we were like, because we wanted to do some shit, but we low-key never did some shit. Because like we sat there just like some like undercover cops. We were like outside their house, like, yeah, like what should we do? Like, should we fucking like, do something to the car? Should we slash their tires? Should we key it? Should we throw eggs at it? Like, and then I don't know, I guess we might have just simmered down, but like every single time I pass that house, because that's near my mom's, my hometown.
So you still see it now.
Yeah, like that house. I'm like, damn, those bitches. Like, what the fuck? It was so weird. Like, I was like,
straight up. Like such old school racism. Right. That's not. If you're gonna be racist, at least have some nuance.
That's what I'm saying. Like keep up with the times.
Right. Like this. Like that. Like put some chiclets on your front teeth too.
You
like,
know what I mean? Like, wear one of those hats. You know what I mean? Like you might as well. No, it's honestly shocking. But you know, we're out here. People like you and me, like, are you know, like, just spreading the good word, you know,
I'm
especially
trying.
in what we do. And like, you know, we talked about Good Trouble for a second. I feel like
Yeah.
Good Trouble is a really good example of a show that like truly is telling these diverse stories. You know, we have, just like, you know, with Good Trouble, an audience member can watch it and like no one's left out. No, like, you will feel seen, you know, whether it's my storyline of, you know, being a queer Asian first generation, like, you know, all that stuff, and navigating the world of stand up. Like, I've never seen that, yo. Like, my character legit is queer, Asian, like, and trying to do stand up in this, like, you know, it's weird. Like, it's scary stepping into that world, especially with all those, you know, layers of you. You know what I mean? Like, being a queer woman of color. And like, we also have, you know, topics about the trans community. We have, you know, we have a big Black Lives Matter storyline. You know what I mean? Like,
we cover everything.
Like, truly. And it's in a way where, you know, we're not being preachy. It's not about like this show is only based on issues. It's like, yo, this is real people going through this stuff because this is real life. You know what I mean? It mirrors like what's actually happening in a way where it's personal and like, you know, messy, you know? So Good Trouble, honestly, if y'all haven't seen it, like, everyone tune in, because, you know, we're talking about all this race stuff, and like it really applies. Like, you watch that show and you're like, damn, this hits home, you know?
Yeah. And you know what's sad though? And I don't know what can be done to assuage the problem, but like, the people that are going to watch this show and the people that do watch it are not the people who need to be watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what's unfortunate. Like, and I think about that all the time when I, like, on Twitter and on people who are so outspoken about like politics and about rights, equal rights, and just humanity in general, just being a kind person. Like, everyone that, all these people that are putting out these messages of like, how can we do better? Like, it always, like, it's like it falls on the ears of people who already believe in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, because we have the echo chambers of, we follow people that are like-minded. So it's like, unfortunately, like, I would love to, like, the people who listen to this podcast are probably people that watched your show anyway. They're like, oh, this is great. I want the racists. I want the people who don't think that people from other races matter, or don't believe in their struggles, don't believe that their struggles exist, just to watch this show. Like, one thing I have learned, not that I didn't already know this, but I think it just hit home even more so during quarantine and because of coronavirus, is that people really don't think things exist until it happens to them. Which is how you get white people being like, oh, racism doesn't exist because it doesn't happen to me. Or how like men are like, oh, women don't have it harder than us because coronavirus doesn't exist. I'm going to go out and live my life. This doesn't affect me. But then it's like, how does that ever get better? I don't know.
I mean, it is interesting, the perspective, because it's like, wow, for the first time, at least in our generation, in our lifetime, everyone is going through the same thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that is something, that's a first for our, you know,
for sure,
years on this earth. You know what I mean? So it hopefully it does put things into perspective. You know, it's like, oh, we're all human. It's a reminder that we're all human. You know?
But, I mean, you know, you see these people protesting.
Surfing at the beach,
protesting, talking about, I need to get my hair cut, so I'm going to put other people's lives at risk. Like, first of all, can we talk about how these people that are protesting are not attractive anyway? So it's like, it don't matter what you do to your hair, you look a hot mess anyway. You don't need a trim. You need an extreme makeover, okay?
Right.
Available for that right now.
A haircut will not help anything that you got going on. It's ridiculous, truly. I mean, I'm just hoping. I don't even know. Like, what's your prediction on when this is gonna be over?
Dude, Cherry, I don't, honestly, because, you know, we are hearing in the news that people are starting to open up, like Georgia, they started opening up, which I'm curious about also, because you know, there's a huge Black population in Georgia.
Right, right.
Like, why are we doing this? Like,
right.
why? Especially when we know that Black people are not more susceptible to it, but the issue is that obviously because of oppression and because of opportunities given to Black people, that a lot of Black people do not have access to healthcare and other resources to get better if they do contract coronavirus. So
right.
that makes me worried. And then I think about like LA, we just had the most number of cases like a couple of days ago. Like that got diagnosed in like a day. So I'm like, we better not start opening here yet, because that would be, I feel like, catastrophic if we did that. So I think they're just starting to close local parks here. Like I think they closed the bigger parks, but there's a park that I went to with one of my friends last week. We kicked a soccer ball around just in a park, and I think that's going to be closed now, which is, I don't think LA for sure is going to be moving anytime soon. And for the country, I don't know, but LA is not looking good right now.
I mean, staying in obviously is for the best. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn, this is it's about to be day 50. It's going
to be in a month. This year's going to be half over. This month is the last month of the first half of this year, which is crazy, because that means that this whole second quarter, we're going to be inside.
Listen, we need one of those like Men in Black memory erasers after all of this, because like we just have to pretend like it never happened.
You're talking about the neuralizer.
Neuralizer, there you go. My bad. I forgot to study my flashcards.
You're a woman who remembers the most useless facts. Like, don't ask me about history, but ask me about what that thingy is in Men in Black that makes people's memories disappear. That I got you. So if they ever have a game show with useless trivia,
yes, I'll get you on my team for useless trivia for sure.
Definitely go. We'll for sure.
What's your favorite movie of all time? I'm curious, or top 3.
Oh, well, comedy is Coming to America. Coming to America.
Yo,
my all-time favorite.
I did some shows with Arsenio last year. It was fucking dope. Yeah, it was right before he was about to go shoot the second one. Yeah, it was lit. We did like 8 shows in Tampa and Orlando, and like
that's so fantastic.
I mean, a legend, honestly, and just like watching him work on that hour that ended up on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it's cute because he actually has this like Asian guy named Corey as his manager. And I was like, oh, nice. So he and I were just chilling, in the green room. I was like, what is this? What is this, an arranged marriage? What's happening? I didn't know where the hidden cameras were. Okay, Coming to America. What else?
Oh, if we're not talking about comedies, then I like creepy. If we're talking about I like thrillers, and one of my top thriller, if I could even, I don't know if you've seen it, but I don't even know if that's the right way to describe it. Mulholland Drive. You've seen this? It's a David Lynch movie, and David
I've heard of it.
Is super, super weird and dark. And I love, we talked about sociopaths earlier. So
right.
For I guess maybe a psychological thriller is more what it should be under the genre. But yeah, I really enjoy Mulholland Drive.
Ooh, remember that thriller-ish that Beyonce was in with Idris? Called Obsessed?
Yes.
Yo.
Of course.
I like how Beyonce just like randomly will act, and then like, because remember Carmen, the hip opera?
Of course.
I mean, iconic. And also, I was thinking about one of my favorite movies of all time, and I think I'm probably going to watch it soon, is Romeo Must Die.
Oh, I mean, I tell you, that makes me so sad. Anything I see something with Aaliyah in it, it just makes me like, Aaliyah and I were not far apart age-wise. Also, like, so I grew up listening to her music, and
same.
I wonder, would Beyonce be as big as she is now if Aaliyah was still here?
That's so funny. I think I like ask myself that all the time. here's the thing, we'll never know. But
We'll never know.
But first of all, we have an Aaliyah vinyl in our
Next year, Carol
room.
Baskin.
No, so we got 3 vinyls right there. But here's the thing.
Yeah,
Here's what we're
nothing but a number.
Yeah, I was about to say, here's the hang up though. R. Kelly is low key in the background of that. So we've been feeling some weird ways about it. So we might have to switch it up for another Aaliyah one.
Can we talk about, did you see the terrible Lifetime movie that they did for Aaliyah?
Oh, wait, shout to Alexandra Shipp though.
Oh, I worked with Alexandra Shipp.
Yeah.
She was such a sweetheart. But
no, I actually didn't end up watching it. I'm down to watch it though, just to see what's up.
Let me tell you, no shade to her because she did a great job. The shade is more towards, I think Wendy Williams produced it. And here's the thing is that Aaliyah's family wanted no part of it. So, and that to me is like, that's disrespectful. If their family is like, don't make this, we want nothing to do with it, then don't do it.
Yeah.
And so the music that was in it they couldn't use her original music. So they had like someone else singing the vocals over these tracks and it sounded terrible. Also the casting, Sherry, let me tell you something. The casting was so bad that I would have been a better choice for Missy Elliott than the person. And we're talking Missy Elliott at, peak thickness back in the 90s, right? And I still would have been a better choice.
Oh my goodness.
They cast. I also didn't like how they romanticized. Oh no, we froze a little bit. Sorry.
Wow.
They also romanticized the R. Kelly Aaliyah relationship in the movie. They they made it seem like, oh, these were 2 lovebirds instead of that's a pedophile, which I did not.
Oh yeah, they were married. Were they not married?
They got married.
Here's the thing, and I remember when I was younger, I feel like we knew this, but we just didn't think deeper.
Here's the thing: is like this is pre-internet, right? This is when you hear something, and to us, we can't see it. There's no evidence. There's no empirical evidence. So to us, it was like, is this a rumor? Do we actually know? We don't have actual facts to say this is happening. And then I did think that I believed it, and also this is a time, if you think about it, Sherry, this is a time when it's the 90s. Like, yeah, pedophilia is wrong, but at the same time, nobody was talking about it. Like, it wasn't that long ago when like grown ass men were able to marry teenagers. Yeah. And it's still actually legal. I think in New Jersey, you can marry a 16-year-old. Oh, goodness. To this day.
Yeah. I mean, you're right in terms of like a lot of conversations haven't opened up until recently. So, we're definitely bringing awareness to a lot of shit that was taboo, you know what I mean, before. So, which is great, you know what I mean? To put those into light. But yeah, Aaliyah forever. Yo, I remember like the day that it was announced by Sway on MTV News. I was watching Sway announce it and I was like, I was in shock, and I legitimately, and I think I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually right before 7th grade because it was August 24th. I remember this. And like, I literally was crying. I could not stop crying for a week. Like my parents thought I was like crazy.
Like, you know her?
Yeah, exactly. Right. But that's like,
yes.
Yo, like, I mean, just, it's weird because at that time she was still like on the rise. Like she'd been there. She was just about to be the biggest thing ever. And like, man, that week I watched Romeo Must Die like every single day. You know, I'm low-key thinking about doing you know what, how a lot of actors are like posting monologues, like just doing a tape. I'm thinking about doing her monologue when she talks about her brother. You know, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I'm thinking about doing it just cause I'm in the mood. But the point is, that movie was like, that movie was so ahead of its time too, with a Black female and an Asian male lead. I'm like,
absolutely. And DMX was in it too.
Right. DMX, freaking Anthony Anderson.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I mean, shout out to him, you know, like watching that movie is definitely like a reminder that, you know, we got to hustle. Nothing's overnight. You know what I mean? Nothing. Yeah. I actually met DMX one time a long time ago. Like before I even moved out to LA, I was just out here visiting. And
me and my girl were here. We were at the Beverly Center, and DMX was leaving as we were leaving, and I was like, "What y'all doing tonight?" And I was like, "What?" So we went out and hung out with DMX, and we went all over the city, like to nightclubs with him. We were at the Saddle Ranch, another nightclub. We went to his same studio. He took us back to his house up in the hills, and he had a car. I forget what kind of car. He wouldn't let me take a picture of it either, which I understand. But on the front of the hood of the car was an image of Aaliyah. And they became close friends doing Romeo and the Spy. And I wanted to take a picture of it so badly because it was just gorgeous. But obviously it would have been disrespectful. But yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, he wears that dope jacket, that denim jacket in the I Miss You video with the airbrush. Like, I need one of those. It's just, but anyway, back to the Beyonce question. I don't know. I really don't know because like, I was just telling my roommate that I feel like, because she was about to be in The Matrix, like the Jada character. Yes. Yeah. So I almost feel like Aaliyah definitely would have been a really big actress right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel that more confidently because I'm not sure because like in terms of like the notes that Beyonce can hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't that the vocally, of course, Aaliyah might have gotten there, but like I wasn't, Beyonce is just, you know what I mean? We'll never know.
We'll never know. And Beyonce, for sure, I think definitely has more range vocally than Aaliyah. But I do remember seeing Aaliyah like get better, like as the kind of how like Rihanna vocally has gotten better the longer she's been around. But they're in two completely different categories as far as music style, Aaliyah and Beyonce. Right. But at the same time, it is one of those things where it's like, for example, would Alicia Keys be bigger than she is if Beyonce never existed? Because she's big, but she's not closing Coachella big. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's I think like a different style. And here's the thing. Here's what I think my issue is with Alicia Keys. And this is such a petty grievance, Sherry, is that.
What is it?
She never gives us a good, like, ratchet anthem. She never gives us like a fun, just go out and have fun and twerk and just be reckless. Whereas Beyonce will give us like some shit you can go dance to in a club with your homegirls and it makes you just want to be and live your best life. Whereas Alicia's always like female empowerment and how can I uplift? And I'm like, bitch, sometimes I want to just.
Right. Because because Beyonce gives us the booty pop and stuff and the ballads.
Yes.
And here's the thing though, Destiny's Child, that's her roots. Like low-key, like jump in, you know what I mean? Like it was always some like party, like club bangers. So it's like Alicia Keys, like
she's too positive.
Her first few songs are, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like a dance song. Well, low-key Unbreakable was like one of my favorite songs. And that's like a little like, like a backyard, potluck type of, two-step type of thing.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
But I get what you mean.
Her first album to me really is the one that I loved, which and it wasn't, there was no like club music on that either, but it was really essential. Yeah. It's just really the essence of it was like R&B, 90s R&B.
Like You Don't Know My Name, A Woman's Worth. Draw Me a Bath. Yo, speaking of Draw Me a Bath, Cater to You, Destiny's Child, oh my goodness. It's just all so good. But here's the thing, Beyonce is like the whole package. You know what I mean? Like, she can also dance. Like, first of all, for the record, we fucking love Alicia Keys. We're just comparing right now. But Alicia Keys isn't like, you know what I mean, doing the dancing that Beyonce, I don't know. It's so hard to, because I'm trying to think of a person that was equivalent to fame and relevance as Aaliyah was that's still here today.
That's a good question. That's a really good.
Because I want to say Sierra.
That's a good comparison. But even with Sierra, it's like she's around, but it's like.
That's what I'm saying. So would Aaliyah have been like that? Or, you know what I mean?
I think she would have been bigger. I think, and here is why I say that, is because, do you remember, of course you remember, but like when she teamed up with Timbaland and Missy, and they just changed what R&B was. Like that sound, nobody had heard it before. Like that was game changing.
Yeah.
That's when she crossed over. That's when it went from R. Kelly, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number to like now white people and everybody's listening to Aaliyah. That Dr. Doolittle, was it Dr. Doolittle?
Ooh, yeah. Are You That Somebody? Woo!
That song, it was like, what is this sound?
Yeah.
And you're like, that's when everybody found out about Missy and Timbaland.
Right.
And
it's like, is that a baby crying? Yeah, no, you're right. No, truly, in terms of like innovative sounds, like you're right. No, I don't know. Here's the thing: why can't there be a world where Beyonce and Aaliyah exist? You know what I mean? Equally successfully, you know.
And they could. Here's the thing: is unfortunately because of the way we treat women of color in this industry, they do pit us against each other. The same way that like you remember what happened when how much time we've got? Like 5 minutes left. When Carrie, you remember Carrie Hilson, the brief history of Carrie Hilson? You know what happened to her when she spoke out about Beyonce? You ain't hear from her since. Like
high key, the same thing kind of happens to Tinashe.
See?
You remember she said something about Rihanna and Beyonce. It was like a casual statement, but like it just because Tinashe's first album was fire.
See, like, I haven't listened to it, but I will now that you said that because I like her. I like her stuff. Yeah.
I feel like something might have. I mean, don't quote me. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of logistics that we don't understand, like music labels, you know, all that stuff. But like, I feel like it's just you gotta. It's hard. You know what I mean? I don't know.
They make you feel like you have to be in competition with one another because there is not space. Like there should be a world where there should be 7 amazing Asian, Black, Indian pop stars that can exist in the same world, but they make it so that it can't, so that you do feel like you have direct competition to take this person out. And I'm sorry, but you can't come for Beyonce and you can't come for her like that and think you're gonna survive.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I know. I actually remember what she said. She actually was saying something along those lines of how it's hard to be a Black female singer, and I'm paraphrasing, unless you're Beyonce and Rihanna. I think that's what she said, and I think the Hive and something like that. But I think the Hive and the Navy came after. Don't quote me here. You know what I mean? But the point is, the Tinashe squad is gonna be in my DMs right now. No, I fuck with Tinashe heavily. Are you kidding me? I have a huge crush on her, and I've been to like 4 concerts. I love Tinashe.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and of course Beyonce and Rihanna concerts as well. I love them all. I just like females in R&B like are just everything. Even the new generation of Kehlani and her and Ella Mai. You know what I mean?
About my favorite, and she's in a weird. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's in a weird. I don't want to say it is kind of R&B, but she's also kind of. She doesn't rap. But there's like a neo soul vibe to her as well. But there's a little hip hop influence as well. Anyway, her name is Amalu.
Oh,
are you familiar?
no.
Right now, YouTube her, go on Spotify. Yes. She is, to me, like, there's her. I really love her. I really love
Janae Aiko?
Here's the thing about Janae. I feel like her music, she just sings about the same thing over and over again, which is, just heartbreak and men, and that's fine. And I just have to be in the mood for her. And the only time I'm in a mood for her usually is after a breakup.
I'm like, wait, that's me every month.
That's me every week. Even I've been getting broken up with every week.
I've broken up with my own reflection 3 times because I'm sick of her shit. But there's a new one called BS, Janae and Her, and it's a fucking bop. Yeah,
I will look this up. Yeah, no, because I do fucks with her, but I do feel like there's a lot of her music to me is kind of how Drake's music is to me with rapping. It's just like we get it, you're emo.
Here's the thing,
like. Evolve just a little because you're getting older and it's time. I want to a little bit, just like Chris Brown. I feel the same way. Like Chris Brown, you still singing the same themes of music that you when you first came out. It's like
you gotta graduate from the fuckboy shit. You know what I mean? Like
someone else had to say fuckboy besides me. I'm like, I feel like I need to put a coin in the jar every time I say fuckboy because I say it so much that I think I'm offending people.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, you're allowed one per podcast. You know what? I think it's perfect that the podcast is gonna end here because I will say that I'm ride or die for Drake. Like, I mean, ride or die. Like,
I like his music. I listen to it. He's got some bangers. I will give him that 100%. And it doesn't get old for me. But I'm always going to listen to Drake's music. I'm always going to listen to it. But is he in my top 5 or 10? No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. We're going to have a part 2 because we have to break that down later.
We will, 100%. Sherry, this was so fun. Thank you for joining. This was very necessary for me this week. The past couple weeks for me have been just like, but when is this going to end?
Oh, we're going through it. We're going through it, but we have each other, boo. Seriously, the feeling is mutual. This is like, this was such a fun conversation, boo. Thanks for having me.
No, of course. One more time, where can people find you on social media?
Sherry Cola, just look it up. I'm real cute and I'm real Asian.
She is cute and Asian and hilarious. And make sure to watch her show Good Trouble on Freeform and Hulu.
Woo! Thank you,
and that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to The Struggle, the Quarantine Files. Again, subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts, on YouTube also, and iTunes. Rate and review us. And last but not least, tell somebody about The Struggle. Especially now, we all listen to podcasts. It's really the only industry that's thriving besides liquor and weed. So do everyone a favor and pay it forward. Till next time, jokes by Candice. Bye, guys.
Yes.
Now, don't hang up.